It's Friday, August 31st, and what follows is a series of videos that began months ago. Enjoy, and you'll see why we've strung them together at the end. It is February 22nd, 2012. This is the pinfish tank. You can see rather active back there. The tank is also shared by the young stone crab, as you may recall. Let me give him some food down here to get him to show himself. Come on out. There it is. Also, a snapping shrimp and a little goby. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is what you see here, all of this shell rubble, that is what remains of the snapping shrimp's lair. It appears to have been totally destroyed by our friend, the young stone crab back there. And the reason I'm shooting this video is over the next day or two, we will observe how the snapping shrimp will rebuild his home. In a couple of days, the structure will be rebuilt and we will get to observe that happen. That was obviously a burr puffer and not a pinfish. I'm not sure where the snapping shrimp is, but I do see the little goby hiding, whoops, right there. Offer him a piece of food. Oh, come on. Well, I'll just drop that down. Very shy, there we got it. Very shy little animal. Not sure where the snapping shrimp is, but it's no doubt in here hiding somewhere, and will return. I just happen to think one possible alternative is that the snapping shrimp molted was defenseless and was consumed by the stone crab. I hope that's not the case, but if this structure is not rebuilt in the next couple of days, there is no other conclusion than that can be drawn. So we'll have to wait and see. It is now the following morning. I see our little goby right here, and I think I saw the stone crab. He's right about in here. I'm going to introduce the scent of food. I'm going to go ahead and feed the little goby and see if the scent of food gets the animals into vision a little bit. Get a little piece of food here and put it down. Whoop, just spooked him. There he is. Boom. Now let me see if that scent of food. Yep, I already see the stone crab, the legs moving a little bit. He's right in there. So the stone crab, the proximity to where our snapping shrimp would be rebuilding his house. I can see this guy moving over here. That's the stone crab underneath there. Got the scent on food on the knife. Let me see if I can get him to expose himself a little bit more. He's right there. You can see the legs reaching for the food. Now, what I'm very happy to report is that the snapping shrimp is indeed still alive, and it is holed up literally underneath this rather large oyster cluster right here. I've observed them moving. Let me move in a little bit. I've detected a little bit of movement through that opening right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of shrimp and put it down there and see if we can get them to come out and take a piece of food right here. Come on, I'm going to go just drop the food. There he is. Can you see? Boom, he just came out and got it. So, our snapping shrimp is still alive. It will be interesting to see how this territorial game plays out, because again of the proximity of the young stone crab over here. Again, you can see the movement up underneath that opening, and again this is the area where that shell rubble in that area right there is where the snapping shrimp usually has his run. So we'll see how this progresses over time. It's going to be interesting. It's now the evening of February 29th, and the stone crab is still holding up underneath the oyster shell. I've just fed that guy, and so that's where he's continuing to live. The little snapping shrimp that was living underneath this shell has now moved back to its previous home that was thoroughly wrecked by the stone crab. Let me try and get a little bit different angle here. A portion of the previous lair has been rebuilt. It used to extend from this entranceway on this end all the way to where the stone crab is now. So a portion of it has been rebuilt. You'll observe right here, that's new construction, and we will hopefully observe it continuing over the next few days. And I'm going to drop a piece of food down. We'll see if we can get this guy to come into view. Introducing the food down through this entrance. I see him right there peeking out a little bit. Let's see if he'll come out and get the food. I know the scent will reach him. Let's hope he'll come and see it. There he is. There he went. And I see the little goby. We'll see about getting a piece down to this little guy. You gonna come out? Boom. Oh, didn't get it. Come on. Well, I'll just leave it there for him. Okay, we'll check again in a couple of days. See the stone crab peeking out here. He smelled the little piece of food that I left for the goby. This guy should be full. He got a rather decent sized piece of shrimp when he was fed. Again, we'll pick up on these guys at a later date. It's Thursday night, March 15th, 2012, and what we're observing now is the construction that's been done by the little snapping shrimp of late. I see him peeking out right there, moving a piece. Oh, this is neat. Yeah, moving a piece of shell right before your eyes. Well, that one didn't fit, so maybe he'll try another one. It's a stonemason of sorts, only working with shells, and each piece has to be just right. I'm going to take a look here from, move the camera and we'll take a look from another angle. Oh, neat. Here we see him at what I guess would be the northern entrance, sticking his head out, coming out, looking around. Pretty neat. But this is the construction that he's done. Let me pull back a little bit. Whoops. And you can see it in its entirety there. And check this out. Over here we have our stone crab molted last night. Let me get a little bit different angle on this so you can see better. There's the exoskeleton of the young stone crab from a molt last night, and he is hanging out in back underneath there, which was where he was originally. And I'll drop the camera down and see if we can get a little bit different angle and perhaps see up inside. Okay, I'm going to direct a flashlight up underneath here. There, you can see him. You see the respiration taking place. That's his quarters now. Will be interesting to see if he's content with that, or if he's going to destroy the poor snapping shrimp's home again. I'm considering moving this guy. He has grown considerably. Thinking about maybe moving this guy. What I'm going to do is we'll shoot one more in this series of videos once his exoskeleton is hardened up and he'll be hungry again. I'll entice him out for some food, and you'll get to see how much this guy has grown. And then that'll be the last in this series of videos. So that's it for this evening. Oh, wait a minute. There's our little goby peeking out. He's already been fed. So that's it for this evening. It's Tuesday, May 7th, and the stone crab has molted again. Let me move. You can just barely see one of his claws right there. Let me move this a little bit, give you an idea how much this guy has grown. There we go. There's the stone crab. And I've decided that it's time to give our long-suffering little snapping shrimp, I decided it's time to cut that guy some slack. Right now it is holed up underneath. He's got a little run underneath there. You can see some of the construction that it's worked on, trying to rebuild the territory. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and remove the stone crab, and what we'll do is begin to observe how the little snapping shrimp reconstructs its world once it no longer has the antagonist, the stone crab, moving in and destroying it. It's April 6th, and the stone crab has been added again. We see our little snapping shrimp in there, surveying the damage, checking out what he's going to be able to do as far as reconstruction goes. This is going to be a major project. We'll back up and give you an idea of the full, area of construction that's going to be rehabilitated over time. And we will observe over the next couple of days. We see the culprit up there. There's our stone crab. And I think after this new construction period for the poor, and there's our little goby down there. I think after this next reconstruction by our snapping shrimp, again, there he is right there. I'm going to go ahead and move this stone crab out and finally give this poor creature some peace. Every time he gets it set back up again. Here's the young stone crab who caused such grief for our poor snapping shrimp. Let's see if this guy's hungry. Yes, he is. There we go. He is now part of the traveling display that goes to special programs we do and to events and festivals. No longer troubling the poor snapping shrimp. So here we are at the end of the series on the trials and tribulations of the little snapping shrimp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few angles of this rather elaborate structure it is constructed. This is a small portal on the south end. Point with the knife here, you can see right there. Now the knife has the smell of shrimp. Oh, look who's, oh, he was peeking out. Let me see, get him right here. There he is. Picked up on the smell of the shrimp rather quickly. So, this is the south end of the construction. Now there he is again. We're more centrally located right now. And back up and give you a view of the overall structure. This is the main construction right here, where most of the shell material has been very carefully placed to create a tunnel that he moves, or it moves, beneath. You see the animal right there searching for the food that it smelled. His right claw is his popping claw, as you can see. And this is the more expansive north entry. I always see him out and about checking the construction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of shrimp down here, and the scent of which will make him come out and search for the food. It drifted some distance, but we'll see him. We'll just watch him as he does this. I'm sorry to report that as a result of a pump failure, we lost the little burr puffer and the goby. So this animal pretty much has this place to itself right now. Here we see him out searching, trying to figure out where the scent is coming from. You see the pincher claw moving. Something spooked him. And we will observe. What it has to do is pick up on the direction the scent is coming from. See him emerging? There, we just got a piece. That was a small piece. There's a larger piece in here. But, rather amazing animal that did this magnificent structure. And again, they're called the snapping shrimp because they make popping sounds. This guy, though, is rather quiet. Almost never hear him pop. But hope you enjoyed these scenes from its life.